everybody know that I'm the king of R&B right now for this generation. I understand who done came and who done did that and that and that, but now it's my turn. Jacquees, the king of R&B. I just heard him say it, and I've been feeling like that.
What's going on, y'all? This is Miss Kiki, and I'm coming today to discuss something that I've loved ever since I was a kid, and that's R&B. According to Jacquees, he seems to think he's the actual king of R&B, and I'm going to give my thoughts, just my thoughts on what I feel about that. Well, I would say if he's saying this of this generation, and if we look at people who are under, I would say the age of 18, possibly under the age of 30, they may agree with him. Some may say he is, some may say he isn't. But we have to actually look at the facts. And the actual facts, looking into the Billboard charts, Jacquees does not have any #1 hits. He doesn't have any #1 Billboard hits. So that wouldn't actually put him as a king. When you look at the king, we're going to look at longevity, how long the person has been in the business, and to sustain and stay within the business. We're going to look at #1 hits on the Billboard, and we're going to look at being recognized by everyone of all ages. If you're actually someone who's considered to be the king, I will say someone in their 50s, 60s, 70s, they're going to recognize you and know who you are. I would just bet if I would call my grandma and ask her, did she cop that new Jacquees album? And if she's playing and listening to his songs, she's going to say, who the heck is Jacquees? And have no idea who he is. So with that being said, I wouldn't necessarily say he's the king because everybody doesn't really know who he is in all age groups. But Jacquees is actually a good artist. Just giving my opinion, it is a little substance to that simply because if you think of like a Usher hasn't really put anything out since he's had the scandal as far as like the health scandal that he's going through right now. If we think of R. Kelly can't really be considered the king of R&B with this generation because he hasn't put anything out. And this generation of teens and people in their early 20s, they're really not so much fans of, listening to R. Kelly music. Let's see, who else can we talk about? We could talk about Tank. Somebody my age who's in like their mid 30s would probably say, like a Tank or a Tyrese. That's definitely good music, but they're not really considered like this generation either. So when we look at this generation, I would say we're going to look at, the August Alsinas, the Trey Songz. We're going to look at Chris Brown, and then there's Jacquees. So let's break that down and look at it. Chris Brown, he's definitely 100%, I will say, the king of R&B. Hands down. Now he does have some #1 Billboard hits. That Laffy Taffy, that Kiss Kiss, that pretty much peaked at #1. Run It did, I believe, like a song called Forever With You. He has several #1 Billboard hits. So he can definitely be considered the king of R&B pop. So with that being said, I have a teenager, and when I'm with her and her friends, or I'm out skating with them, or just doing various activities, Jacquees is more favorable as it relates to teens. His music actually does reach teenagers, people in their early 20s, and then too people of my age. I like a lot of his hits that have recently come out. His new album that just came out, I can play that album from beginning to end, and it's just the bomb. I mean, he has a lot of smashes and a lot of hits. So definitely Jacquees is relatable to all age groups right now, but most importantly, he's definitely relatable to this generation. If we would ask someone who's under the age of 18, like my daughter per se, she will 100% say he's the king of R&B right now. Let's look at someone like Trey Songz. Trey Songz is branching off to do like movies. I mean, we just watched a movie the other day and he was playing a police officer. So he's not really putting out any music right now. He's doing a lot as it relates to filming and movies and stuff like that. And he's branched off to doing different things. So he's not really doing any music. So can we say that he's the king right now? No, he's not. And where the heck is August Alsina? The last that I heard, he had some issues with his site. I can't say that I've heard anything from August Alsina. So who's the king of R&B right now? Who's putting out hits right now? Who are the kids listening to right now? Even when LMA put that song out, and he remixed it, she took the song down off the internet because it was getting more views and more people were actually tuning in and listening to his version of the song opposed to hers. So come on now, let's give him his props where props are due. But then too, let's go back and look at the facts. And when you look at the facts and you look at the numbers on the Billboard, can we really say that he's the actual king because he doesn't have any #1 hits? None of his hits have actually chopped the charts or went to #1 right now. So let's not really say, Jacquees, as a fan, you are putting out hits. I mean, when I go skating with the teens and my kids and people my ages, we're really like jamming to your hits. I mean, everybody loves your music. Hands down, you are a good artist. I want you to continue to do every single thing that you're doing. And don't let anybody throw you off your game by telling you that you're not king material or that you're not a good artist, because you're a great artist. People are listening to your music. People in my area actually love your music and you have a lot of hits, but you don't have any top chart topping hits right now, and you don't have any #1s. So let's not call you the king just yet. Maybe, you know, you want to give yourself the title of Prince, if anything. We'll call you the Prince of R&B. But keep going. Who knows? Down the line and within time, we may look back and say Jacquees is the king. But as for now, Jacquees, you're the prince. You're the prince of R&B. But keep going, bro. Just my opinion. Just my thoughts.